Hi Taurus, Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope that you're very well. This is your reading answering the question, how does he or she feel about you? So Taurus, this gives you insight into the heart and mind of your love interest, whether that be your partner, short term, long term, or someone you've just got a crush on. It could also be a secret admirer as well. It can go either way. Please do check out my Etsy shop at etsy.com. Just type in Symbols for Living and you'll see all of my wares there. Also, if you'd like your own personal reading, contact me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. All the details should be in the description box below. If not, it will be in my about page. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the reading. So you seem to be in a place of indecision, a lot of emotions, slightly overwhelmed maybe by emotions at the moment, because of a decision that you have to make that you feel quite emotional about, and you feel that you need to push aside your emotions to enable you to make a decision or to move forward. So it looks like you have maybe some doubts about a decision currently. And we do have the Death card here as the overall energy for your reading, Taurus. So, and interestingly enough, your sign has come out here, which is good. Shows us that this reading is definitely for you. So, yeah, as I was saying, the Death card is about transformation, new beginnings, letting go. Sometimes doing the necessary evils that we don't want to do, but having to kind of deal with or do things that are necessary in order for us to move forward, and that could mean being quite cutthroat. That could mean pushing aside your emotions to make the right decision for yourself, or for all those involved in the situation. Yeah, so this death theme seems to be about you making a decision that will require you to let go, I think, of something that maybe you're not ready to let go of. Or maybe you are ready to let go of it, but just you need to get your head around it a bit more. So your partner is feeling very hopeful, and they are also have the Fool card here. So your partner definitely sees potential in the relationship. They feel like there's longevity. They feel like a new start is possibly on the horizon as well with the Fool card there. They want to take a leap of faith. Again, they're all about hope. Sorry. They're all about hope. They're all about the future. They recognize as well that what they want, maybe from you or from the relationship, isn't quite here yet. They recognize that they're going to have to, one, have a fresh brand new start, which could be related to this Death card, and definitely related to the Fool card. And they have to keep their eye focused on the goal. They have to kind of go, forego the course. They recognize that it's not something they're going to get overnight, although they are very much fixated on the end goal here. And they recognize that they will need to, as you can see, we've got the figure here watering the earth and the water, so it's like replenishing your emotional state whilst also tending to the material matters of the world and making sure that's also fruitful and growing and nourished and is also given enough attention, in order to reach this goal. But you're hoping for fruition here with the bird and the tree. You're hoping for things to reach fruition, and that and not really for things, but not even so much you, sorry, but your partner is hoping for things to develop in time. I mean, 8 stars could possibly mean 8 months. It could also mean 8 years. So they recognise that it's going to take time, and they're hoping for a new start. This could be hoping for a new start. This could also be just focused on this bright future, and recognising that a completely fresh blank slate is needed to do that, or that's the way they're going to be approaching it. They may see you as well as a brand new fresh start. They see you as this glimmer of hope for them. So maybe before they were quite single. I mean, we have got the 8 of Cups here. They may have been on a very single, lonely kind of journey of the soul, soul searching, in the valley. And this character is literally in the valley. and then they may have found you and found a real soulmate, and now they're feeling really hopeful about things like, wow, this is a brand new beginning for me. I can leave the past in the past and stop being on my own and take a risk and try something new. You seem to be undecided, so this could be an ongoing relationship. This might not be completely new. I mean, maybe you broke up in the past and your partner's hoping for a new beginning because they see a lot of potential in the relationship. And maybe you're like, oh, I don't know, you know, I've got a lot of bad memories about the relationship, or I feel there's something in me that's just making me or maybe because you just really don't want to open up. This is also a card about not wanting to open up, like she's crossed her heart with her thoughts, she crossed her heart with her mind, she's talked herself out of it basically, and she's not really willing to even really consider the offer. In a sense, she's not even willing to consider it. She doesn't want to know. So it's like you maybe just don't want to know. That's how you might feel right now, like you just don't want to know. Yes, you have got feelings. Yes, you probably do want to go ahead with this, but you don't seem to be I mean, even if you do decide to open up to this person, it will be very much at arm's length. I don't think that you'll be wanting to just kind of, like, this person is like being very hopeful, like arriving naked, like very, very open, very much heart on their sleeve, starting afresh, going through things with like wild abandon, taking risks, a risk-taking kind of attitude. You're a lot more cautious, and you've probably got a lot of questions. You're quite suspicious, but these questions and this suspicion and this kind of, I guess, pessimistic kind of outlook is because of some deep emotions. So we've got the water in the back here, so there's like a well, like a sea of emotions that's being closed off in order to protect your heart, which she's literally doing here. So you're protecting your heart, it looks like here, and you're talking yourself out of something. So, but the Death card here is saying that it may be time to let go. It could be that it's time to let go of this particular relationship. Maybe it is an ongoing thing, you know, maybe it's time to move on. It could be saying that, but as we go through the reading, we'll find out more about what the Death card is really trying to say. So, we've got the Six of Swords here in the past for you. So, like I said, I think you may have left this person. This person could have felt like your soulmate, or this person could really have felt like you were their soulmate, but you seem to have left, at least mentally. You moved on. Maybe the relationship was quite strained and stressed in the near past, and you just thought, I'm moving on. I'm leaving these turbulent waters behind me. And maybe you're still trying to do that here, but your partner feels very much like they want a new start. It looks like in the end here as well, so I should just jump to the end there. Looks like your partner will still be feeling left out in the cold and feeling like they are left with the burden of the relationship, and you are sitting pretty, in a sense. You're feeling very stable emotionally. So it looks like by you deciding to, it looks like you may be deciding to stay alone, to be emotionally reserved. You know, the King of Cups is often an emotionally reserved person. Doesn't say much, but picks up everything, you know. Is an emotional sponge, but doesn't necessarily act. Only acts when, you know, acts when necessary, you know. Acts on emotion when necessary, not just acting solely from emotion. They have a directed emotion, so the emotion and the way they respond is like purposeful, rather than knee-jerk. So that's the kind of place that you'll be in the near future, but your partner will feel very rejected by you, and left kind of carrying, I think they're going to feel quite burdened, you know, quite burdened by things, burdened possibly by your, you know, strong stance by your possible stubbornness, or, and not stubborn in a bad way really either, but when I say stubborn, I mean just kind of standing your ground and knowing maybe what you want to do is to continue to go forward and to embrace the death energy on that level, in terms of just letting go of this relationship maybe. Okay, so then we've got here how you're feeling. Again, we've got the Five of Cups. So you're feeling like, you know, really deep down, like I said, there is a well of emotion. Like you do feel like a lot was lost. Like you lost, you know, and you know, there's a heartbreak here, and all that energy and passion that went into it is just nothing now. And that's what this card is kind of telling me. But again, this card is very much about letting go. It's about letting go and letting the water run under the bridge, you know, letting it be water under the bridge now, just taking it as a lesson and moving forward, and not to hold on to it, because there's two other cups here that are still standing up and possibly still have things in them that, you know, could be very valuable to you. So don't waste too much time looking at what's not working, and what, you know, and because of that missing out on things that could work fantastically for you. You know, it's about letting go, embracing change, letting the situation change you as well with the Death card. There's a certain amount of flexibility, I think, that's been asked of you here for the month of September. You will have to be flexible and allow change to take place. This is also about change. So there's been a change, even for you, like mentally. You feel again, you feel left out in the cold. Your partner will feel left out in the cold as well, but you yourself in the near future will feel okay. So that's good. So your partner again here is offering commitment. They're thinking about commitment. They're thinking again, this is a bit about taking a risk, putting something out there. But this is with a view. Your partner is very much thinking about commitment, thinking about long term. So this is going back to the Star card. This person has an intention to make things long term. They're thinking about you in a long term way. They want to make a gesture of love to you that that would then lead on to, you know, it being committed traditional relationship. But it looks like you can't let go. And you know, maybe, you know, I was saying before that maybe you need to embrace change, let it go. But I think it could be saying to you here, I mean, there's so much positive cards coming from your partner. It looks like you're being asked to let go of maybe this, let go of the hurt feelings. Your partner does want a fresh start. So it may be a case of you having to let go. I mean, you've even got the Three of Swords here in reverse. You've got the Six in reverse as well. Yeah, okay. So it's about being inquisitive as well. It's about asking the right questions, you know, making yourself feel satisfied that you have the information that you need in order to move forward. But again, the Page of Swords is about cutting out crap. The Death card is about being a bit ruthless and having to kill things that don't serve you anymore. Things in your life that, you know, like killing a relationship is like, you may have invested so much time in that relationship and built it and everything and given up so much and done so much, only to find that you now need to put it in a coffin and call it a day. Like, you know, that That is not easy to do. But the Death card is bringing about that kind of energy for this month, knowing what you need. You know, and that's probably where the Two of Swords is going to come in quite handy, because it will allow you to kind of not focus too much on your emotion, but literally focus on what needs to go and what needs to stay. So yeah. Okay. So then we've got here the Page of Cups and the High Priestess. So your partner intends to, again, offer, communicate with you, talk with you all about their interest in you romantically. They're going to be sending you messages. They intend to send you messages. The person that you're seeing could be quite intuitive, could be a reader. We do have the Hierophant card and the High Priestess here. So I feel, and we've got the Two of Cups. So, and even the Five of Coins. You know, this all speaks really to a soulmate kind of connection. But it also could be, as I was saying before, sorry, someone who gives advice. It could be that someone is, your partner is pursuing you, maybe because you give them advice, or maybe they are the kind of people that give advice. Either way, a gesture of love, a romantic message will be coming through to you, Taurus, from your love interest. And that's what they intend to do. They really want to communicate with you. They really want to also get to the bottom of things, especially with the Page of Swords there. We've got other cards here clarifying, stating that this truth is needed. The High Priestess really cuts to the heart of the matter. She sees things for exactly what they are, in their spiritual sense and in their more mundane everyday sense. She's able to see the God, you know, the big God in the littlest things. So she's very wise. So I don't know if this person is how they see you, Taurus, or if this is your actual love interest and how they are. Very wise individuals, but it could also be that they want to possibly, they may suggest to you that they want to keep the relationship a bit of a secret. They may want that. They may not want it to be, you know, they may privately come and talk to you. You may have a lot of private conversations, a lot of things going on behind the scenes. It won't necessarily be a relationship where, or maybe they won't really be intending to have a relationship where you're out there proving anything to anyone or showing off in any way or being out there. It will be literally just a relationship between you and them, and I think they're intending for it to be very kind of private and very gentle with the Page of Cups, very possibly even slow moving. But it also talks about flirtation as well. The Page of Cups is more flirtatious than making any sort of commitment. So this person is thinking about commitment, but in terms of their intentions are like they want to keep flirting with you. So maybe they're still trying to break the ice with you. They're still going to be trying to, I think they're going to just try to connect with you on a really kind of like subtle level. Like they're going to want to, you know, have lots of private talks and call you late at night and, you know, lots of secrets and you know, just a very, very, it's a very quiet energy. You know, and it's a very sensual, I get a very sensual energy here, very flirtatious. They may be planning to, you know, have those late night calls with you. Let's put it that way. They may call you late at night. They may, you know, want a kind of secret affair with you. They may be intending to do that in the near future. It looks like they see a dream. They may see you as a dream. You know, a dream come true in some way. But their intentions here is possibly to take things either a bit slow, you know, or keep things very secret, hush hush. In their mind, it looks like they want to make a big commitment. You know, it's funny because like they want to really do this grand gesture and make this definite commitment. And then you've got like almost a mirror here of the younger energies are mirroring the older, more mature. So like mentally your partner is very serious, but outwardly they're quite flirtatious, maybe a little bit shy, maybe reserved, really reading you like intuitively, connecting with you on a very spiritual level, really taking you in, all of you, you know, trying to understand you. And that's probably where there'll be lots of questions and curiosities with the Page of Cups, still asking lots of questions, still wanting to get to know you. So, you know, behind the scenes they really like you, but I think on the surface they kind of don't say it so much. They more give you hints, you know, and try and kind of like flirt with you and stuff. So, yeah. You, Taurus, will be intending for the Wheel of Fortune. So you may be intending for there to be a change, for you may want some good luck to come in. You may not want to go back to this person. You may want something new to come in for you. You may want to, you know, really leave these hurt feelings in the past. Continue to move forward, you know, and reach this sort of emotional equilibrium or emotional balance and stability. But it looks like you will be also hoping for opportunities. It's opportunistic kind of card, so you could be hoping for the right, you know, the right offer to come in. You know, maybe this person does use the right words and does say the right thing. Maybe, you know, it will bring about an opportunity for things to change. But it's like, I think for you, it's like it's really hit or miss. This person, if this person doesn't say the right things, then it's kind of like, well, it's a lost opportunity. That's how I feel like you're looking at it. You're being more cutthroat. You're like, if they don't do what I need them to do or I want, that sounds really bad the way I put that, but you know, this person doesn't meet the mark, doesn't, you know, tick your boxes, then, and doesn't say what you feel they should, I feel you'll just keep moving on. You just keep moving forward. But at the same time, your intention is like, what if I get lucky, I get lucky. So it could be that, you know, you're not looking for anything long term personally because of where you're at going through these changes. But if an opportunity comes along, maybe for a more secretive, more behind the scenes rendezvous, maybe you would, you know, because emotionally you're not there to. In the future, it looks really good, like you'll be feeling very comfortable, but for some reason this leaves your partner feeling like out in the cold and with a lot of burdens. So this could be you rejecting them, as I've said. You could say, you know, you haven't said the right things, you haven't satisfied me, I'm waiting for a great opportunity to come along, I'm hoping for my luck to change. I'm also in a much more cutthroat position right now, so I'm not, you know, you have certain standards now maybe, and so therefore if they don't meet the mark, you're gone. You're willing to cut things out and let them go, and you're hoping for a change. This could leave your partner feeling like unappreciated, lonely, like a huge burden. Basically, they're going to feel like that, like they've got a huge financial and physical burden now, possibly on their own. But they will really feel left out in the cold and just feel like on their own. They're fending for themselves completely, like no one's even going to help them. So this person kind of ends up back at the 8 of Cups here towards the end of September. But you yourself are sitting quite pretty, like you seem to be like, well, you seem to be emotionally content by the end of it. So yeah, I guess it's really, it looks very much like the ball's in your court. You can take this wherever you want to take it. This person seems to be pursuing you. So it's up to you whether or not you want to continue on your journey to this like peaceful island in the distance. And completely cut things out that you don't want anymore and be a bit more cutthroat in order to reach your emotional stability. Or you don't. You may feel that like I said, if the right opportunity comes along and the right thing comes along, that you might take this person up on their offer. But your intentions are just to kind of make the most of a bad situation in a sense as well with the Wheel of Fortune. You're just going to take what you can get kind of attitude. Maybe with this person, because maybe they have let you down in the past, or maybe you're just not in a position right now to really be given that much. So you're just kind of going to take whatever is there and whatever you want and keep it moving. Definitely getting over heartbreak as well, and I think there's too much suspicion. I think there's too much changes happening for you right now, especially with the 2 5s here and the Wheel of Fortune. There's a lot of changes going on for you and possibly your partner as well. There's change energy in the air, and even the Hierophant is a 5 card. I just don't feel like you... I don't feel like you want to commit. Simply because of changes, like you want the change to come to pass first, you know. Okay, so I've got the Wisdom of the Oracle cards here. Sorry that was a bit of a vague reading, but there's just so many messages, it's hard to really stick to one storyline. Unless, of course, I have a specific question for someone in particular, then, and for a specific situation, it's a lot more straightforward. But otherwise, it's not always easy. But this person, Taurus, definitely feels very strongly about you. Although I would say that with the Cups energies in the Fool card, this person may not be as grounded as you may be, or as grounded as they need to be. They're very much focused on what could be and quite romantic about it as well, because I feel they feel like you are their soulmate. It might be why they're feeling so rejected and on their own towards the end, when maybe you know, decide to go it alone, maybe. Or maybe, you know, you don't decide to go it alone. Maybe you just decide to just be a lot more emotionally reserved. You're not as maybe as emotionally open as you were before. And they kind of feel like they're doing all the work because you're not emotionally invested. And you're maybe being a bit opportunistic about things, just taking what you can get, not really thinking any further than that. Because you're on a journey to kind of find peace. So it's not giving you peace, you're not interested. It kind of looks like that. Alright, Taurus, here's some cards for September. Serendipity, interested by the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about serendipity. Coming to the edge, or come to the edge. In between worlds, which is perfect for the Two of Swords. And then we've got happy, happy. That's related to you and the King of Cups. You're going to be very happy by the end of it. I don't know if this person gives you a huge ego boost or something. But clean it up, again, is related to death. Okay, it's clean it up. Letting things go that are just interfering and getting in the way. That's what the overall energy is for this month. Is about sorting what's useful and what's not useful. And this is even more so to do with how you are on a day-to-day basis. Like, are your behaviours, actions, thought processes, how you respond to things, are they really clean and tidy, or are they a bit all over, you know, a bit not all over the place, that's not the right description, but are you really you know, not doing things for your highest good, basically. So it's about cleaning things up. So definitely the death energy is here. There's something that needs to be let go of. Whether that be your, like I said, the way you are responding to things, or this particular connection. Something is in the way. Something is just interfering, and it's just causing a mess, and causing things to be complicated where maybe they don't need to be. Serendipity, again, is just talking to the Wheel of Fortune. You will be looking for signs, I think, Taurus. You're going to be looking to see, well, you're going to be looking to see if this is fate. Is this destiny? Is it in the cards? That's what you're looking for. And maybe that's what you're waiting to see, is if this person, and again, this is about destiny and intuition. It's like you're waiting for a sign, or your partner is very and I think you're just hoping for the right sign, I think, for yourself to show up, and for things to fall in place at the right time. If things don't fall in place at the right time, you just feel it's not meant to be. You're not really pushing the agenda. You actually seem to be quite receptive, especially with, you know, the King of Cups even here is quite receptive energy. And the Death card itself, you can't help it. You have to kind of be receptive. Death is something that, you know, takes hold of something, and once it's got its grip, that's it. You have to, you know, that whatever is dying has to kind of just completely surrender to that. So it could be that there is some sort of surrender that needs to happen, and allow things to just to unfold to an extent for you, Taurus. Let's see how things go. If it happens at the right time, I think you'll be good. If it doesn't, you'll be on your intuition. You'll be like, no, that doesn't fit the script. So no. Okay, so currently you're in between two worlds with the Two of Swords here. You feel like you need to make a decision about this person. Like, should you move forward? Shouldn't you? With this person, should you take the risk? And you're in both worlds. It looks like you guys haven't broken up or anything. You're still together. Or you're still kind of together, you know, or still talking. There's still a connection there. Even if you maybe aren't actually seeing each other, because of the Eight of Cups here, you know, there's still maybe some sort of communication, maybe through mutual friends or social media. You know, you still see each other. And maybe just as well on the kind of emotional level, you may feel emotionally, that's why you've got this emotions behind here, like emotionally connected to your partner or to each other, or you feel emotionally connected to them, but you're trying to step forward, you know, move forward to more colourful, brighter waters. So you want positivity, you want change, you want movement, you want to let go of the past, you want something completely new. And it looks like that's what you're going to get, which will result in a lot of happiness, but you have to let something go. Something has to be let go of. And it could possibly be this relationship that you have to let go of. This has come to the edge. In the past, you may have taken a risk to leave. You know, your partner possibly didn't want to leave and had to leave. This person can now be coming back to you and very much be besotted with you. Or this person could be coming back to you, and they are your soulmate. But you mentally are moving on. You mentally are trying to find a happier place for yourself. And you may want to keep moving in that direction. But it's either you feel it's a risk that you're taking. But I feel this is for your partner, this card. I thought your partner is kind of taking a leap of faith when dealing with you, or, you know, for them it's a bit of a risk. For them it's, especially with the Fool card here, they are kind of taking a risk. They feel like they're taking a risk when they're pursuing you in some way. They're taking a leap of faith. So, you know, if you are holding back because of some unnecessary untruths that you hold within your own psyche, your own self, then you've been asking to clean it up. Because I think it looks like quite a genuine offer that's being made. There's no like Seven of Swords or any sort of negative cards. So I think your partner is genuine. You know, obviously this is a general reading, so there's so much information that I can probably give or get. But I feel this person's taking a risk, and you're obviously in two minds as to whether you want to move ahead with them or not. But if it is something within you, because like it's like you needed to get away, you needed a break, maybe because your partner decided that they wanted to but no, I feel like your partner maybe is growing up a little bit here with the Eight of Cups. It's like they may have realised that, hang on, I want these 2 cups. I'm happy, but I want these extra 2. So they see love, I think, when they see you. But you want peace of mind. So it could be that you guys argue a lot or something, and you're like, I need peace of mind. I need my emotional equilibrium. And it looks like you will be getting that. And it will be a risk if you get back with this person. I think that's why I'm saying come to the edge. It will be some sort of risk that's being taken. So the Death card is a way as well as saying, you know, if your instincts are to move forward, then again it's about surrender and allowing that change to happen, allowing yourself to let go, you know. But again, if it's just cluttering your own mind, untruths that you have because of a broken heart and because of stopping your, you know, closing your emotions off, then you may need to think twice, because this person does seem genuine. So then we've got as the outcome yeah, 5 of coins and 10 of wands. So partner feels quite overwhelmed and quite burdened by it all. However, you feeling quite emotionally stable. Then we've got the happy card. So things turn out in your favour. It looks like things turn out how you want to by the end of September. It could be that, you know, this person's come back and you're like, oh, you know, it's just too late. You know, you've come back, you see this brand new future, but I'm happy on my own. I'm really quite content emotionally. I'm self-sufficient emotionally, and I don't need anything, you know. It may be that happens towards the end of the month as well. So with the flame going out, that's the end of the reading. The flame on the candle's just about to go out. Yeah, that's the end of the reading. If you'd like your own reading, sorry this was a bit vague. If you would like your own reading, please get in contact with me at symbolsforliving@gmail.com, and we can hopefully get some clearer answers for you in a personal reading. Take very good care, and I'll see you in October. Bye.